Hey everyone. Welcome back to another weekly Monday Live where we talk about game news. If you're new here again, I'm AK. This week we have a lot to get to. Well, yeah, a good amount, probably a little more than usual. Some big things, some smaller things, but really excited to get into it today. As always, what games are you guys playing this week? I am playing mainly Assassin's Creed Shadows. At this point, I don't know how many hours I've put into that game. Probably at least 50, but we're getting there. I want to say I'm a little over halfway done. That game is huge, so I don't know. But yeah, I've also yesterday I was playing some Overcooked and It Takes Two. I've been playing a lot of games this week. But yeah, you can't play too much Overcooked cuz it's kind of a bit tedious after a while some levels if you've ever played, if you know, you know. And It Takes Two is always fun. So, yeah, been gaming a lot this week and we had a lot of announcements this week. So, I kind of want to start by briefly going over everything we saw in the PlayStation State of Play. I mean, if you have seen my past live, I do go live more often than not. I go live during the State of Play because I don't like spoilers and stuff like that. So if I'm at home and I see it's gonna come on, then I try and go live. If not, I try to go live as soon as possible to avoid spoilers because I like to live react to it and stuff like that. So I do want to just briefly go over everything that was mentioned and what I'm most excited for. And if you guys had anything that really caught your eye during the State of Play, definitely let me know. I would love to hear what you guys think as well. Oh, and let me put myself on the screen for you guys really quick. There we go. Just make it a bit smaller. There we go. Okay. So, the first thing, the biggest thing I would say, and a lot of people would probably agree, is Wolverine. They came out swinging with this trailer, right? I kind of want to watch like a little bit of it really quick. Hold on, let me make sure. Yeah, here we go. They came out the box swinging.
The question that comes up a lot to us at Insomniac Games is, are you going to make comics?
I will say too, this is slightly different than what they showed.
Part of the route to who he is that
showcase.
He's an unreliable.
They just showed his brutal stuff. Hi Ari. What did you think about the PlayStation showcase? Yeah, this is kind of the interview. I was looking for the just the full gameplay trailer, but they really came out the box swinging with this. Very happy to see everything that they showcased with this game, and they even took us a little bit behind the scenes, which was really awesome to see. So okay, hold on. This is oops. Just Wolverine. I want to see everything that was announced. Here we go. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, so Wolverine definitely was really good. Maybe this is the actual trailer.
Been fighting longer than I can remember.
And it's I remember at first I didn't even know it was Wolverine. But look at that, it just looks so cool. Yeah, the Wolverine game looks nice. I'm excited for it. There's people already hating on it, but what could you do? They're gonna hate about everything. But from what we can see right here, and I know trailers don't always give off the best representation because a lot of the times it could just be CGI. But from what we see right now, it looks amazing. Sorrows. This is one game that like I was excited when they announced the launch trailer or the announcement trailer, but then as I saw more of it, I'm like, I don't know, because it kind of just turned into like a third person shooter, and the game just didn't really look that fun. Like, I don't know, if you're interested in this kind of stuff, then yeah, maybe it could be fun for you. I don't know if I like this dynamic.
Projectiles, you can now hit back hard using your power weapon. By holding the adaptive trigger on L2,
Looks very fast-paced.
using Eclipse.
But I don't know if it's my type of game. Also, it looks a little demonic. I was like looking up like stills from the game. And the little creature that they have on here, it's like, okay, I kind of rebuke it. Like this this oh no, hold on. Let me just click on it and this, like, what is this? This was the best part. Yeah, Wolverine definitely was the best part. Yeah, I didn't like this one. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't think this is gonna be my type of game, and it's crazy considering this is made by PlayStation, or it looks like it's a PlayStation like exclusive or whatever. So it kind of seems like they're missing the mark. I don't know if it's my type of game, but I do like that they have some kind of representation going on with the main character. We like to see them switch it up with different main characters and stuff like that. So I think that's great. So let's go back over here. So yeah, the Sorrows, Battlefield. I mean, this is nothing new, but cool that they showcased it. Definitely not mine. Yeah, good that they showcased the Battlefield 6. A lot of people like it. Again, I still have to try it. The rest of these, I can't really think of any more that like really stood out to me. This one was okay. This one, a lot of these they could keep it. The thing I remember about ChronoScript is it had a very interesting style. Not necessarily my type of style, but I do remember them having a very interesting style. And sometimes I feel like that's all you could really ask from these companies is put out something new. So I commend them for like going outside the box. I just don't know if it's hitting a mark. Don't even remember this one, so that says a lot. Microsoft Flight Simulator. I mean, I remember the graphics look amazing on this game. Don't know, I probably wouldn't play it. Gran Turismo, another racing game. Sonic Racing. Crossworlds is getting a mega content. Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure Sonic Racing already came out because I've been seeing some gameplays of it, but I guess this is just for like a DLC or whatever. I remember this one, and I guess they did like a remaster, but it kind of just looked like claymation. And that's the sad thing. Like, they've been doing that a lot with remasters. Like, how does that look any better? And then they all are kind of just like standing there awkwardly. I remember this one. I just think it was more funny, if anything. Like, why do they stand like that? But man, I miss games back in this era, just when it was just like simple. But it doesn't always need to be remade, you know. Very excited for Halloween. The only complaint was it just looked a little bit like Friday the 13th, but I love Michael Myers. Grew up kind of watching him. This one was kind of crazy. I didn't really know what was going on. Dynasty Warriors or Last Epoch. This one looked like a kind of, what's it called? Knockoff to Legends of Zelda. This was kind of cool. I don't think I'd get it, but I love God of War. And then they announced some speakers, which a lot of people didn't really understand as well. So yeah, I kind of wanted to do like a little rundown of Yeah, Halloween. I'm very excited for. Very excited for Halloween. I definitely will be keeping my eye out more on that one. Um, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I mean, I feel like a lot of PlayStation showcases have kind of been the same, where it's like it's not really that great, especially within this like last year. It's not really that great. But then you have like the one heavy hitter. And you know the funny thing is I don't know if it was the last State of Play or the one before that. It was like one of the last ones, but the heavy hitter was Intergalactic. And I found that so funny because Intergalactic isn't even coming out for a while, especially considering it's from Naughty Dog. They're not coming out for a hot minute. So I don't even know why they decided to do that as a closer. We could have waited for that because a lot of people aren't even that excited for it. Especially because the trailer that they put out didn't really showcase anything. If anything, like, yeah, it did showcase that, like, we're in space. This is the protagonist. They kind of showed what she was fighting, but I don't know. I guess it didn't show enough to pique my interest. The last 5 of them wasn't good. That's a specific number, but yeah, I get what you're saying. They haven't been that great. I mean, it's kind of sad. I kind of wish that they would do more story games, because like I kind of deleted out of the page I was on, but like all the games that like a majority of the games that we saw, the story just looked trash, and it's like, coming from PlayStation, they need to do better. They need to do way better, especially because they're so focused on story and stuff like that. Kind of sad, but we will see how the future goes. That's all I can say. They're very focused on money right now. All right. We did get another Ghost of Yotei trailer. I think this is the last one before the game comes out, because the game is supposed to be coming out Thursday. I think, yeah, the 2nd. So let's see this little trailer they have going on. I don't think it's really much. But that was, I guess, was the last one I remember was God of War reveal. Oh, yeah, I was gonna say, oh, you counting? But I get what you're saying. That's funny though. Yeah, the last few is just so disappointing. I'm surprised that, like, they dropped this Ghost of Yotei trailer very close to the State of Play. I'm surprised they didn't just put that in there, because it probably would have been like made more people happy. But a lot of people, and I don't know if you guys have heard this actually, but again, I don't like to get too political on my channel or anything like that, but a lot of people have been really hating on Ghost of Yotei because of, I guess, one of the developers like came out and said some political stuff against like Charlie Kirk or something like that, and a lot of people disagreed with this. So now a lot of people are like, oh, we're not gonna buy this game, we're not gonna do this, we're not gonna do that. And it's like, honestly, I kind of felt like people who are like that kind of were just trying to find excuses not to play the game anyway, because when the first game, or when it was first announced, they were like, oh, well, it's a girl, so we're not gonna play, or why are you changing it from Jin Sakai, like, I don't want to play. So at the same time, I feel like a lot of people are just trying to find an excuse to like cancel this woke game. Yeah, it would have been better if this was in there 100%, but who knows, maybe they were trying to keep to a certain time, which I doubt, because I feel like they've had longer showcases before. Yeah, and I feel like any game where they're either black or a person of color or a woman, a lot of people unfortunately try and find a reason to not play the game, and it's becoming more and more of an issue. But I will be here to continue to talk about it, unless I feel like the only reason I would have to like not play it is if, like, oh, as a team they like are very political and they do I don't know. I feel like it would have to take a lot for me to not play the game that I actually am interested in. But hey, let's see this next trailer.
I will find every last member of the Yotei 6, and I will bring you peace. I swear it.
creatures such as you and I cannot resist the call of revenge.
I found something new to live for.
You know, the reviews for this game have been coming out. I think like a few people have given it like a 9 out of 10. I heard some people are even saying that it's better than the last game. So I'm really curious to see what it's gonna be like when it comes out. I feel like the trailers that have been exciting me the most have been the gameplay trailers, because like I've said, I don't know how many times on this channel already about this game, the story's overdone. The story isn't exciting me, but when I saw that last like gameplay trailer, I think we reacted to last week, I believe, I got like 10 times more excited about this game. They did do the same thing with Shadows, and it ended up coming out and being a great game. They've been putting out a lot of trailers, haven't they? We've gotten like 50 trailers. But they're doing their thing. I'm not mad at it. They're really trying to sell this game. I think they're probably trying to counteract all the negative press that they've been getting. That's the only thing that I could see. But then again, it's like it's one person, it's not the whole team. And that's why I say, like, I think people are just trying to find a reason to hate a game. I feel like you have no reason to hate a game unless you played it and you could say, like, straight up that is bad. If you haven't even played the game, I don't want to hear your opinion. Well, not that I don't want to hear your opinion, but just if it's bad or not. If anything, you could say, like, oh, this is not like my type of game. I don't really want to play that type of game. That's one thing. But then if you're like, no, it's a bad game just because it's a girl or it's not Jin Sakai, like, no. Like, don't even say that kind of stuff. But yeah, I'm proud of Sucker Punch. Now they need, but I don't know if any of you guys are fans of Sly Cooper, but I didn't put this in the news. I could have. I don't know how many people were fans though. I guess they came out and said that there's like no plans on making another Sly Cooper game, and apparently nobody in the studio wants to do it, and I find that really hard to believe because that's like one of their classic games. You're saying nobody in the studio wants to remake such a great game that's so well loved. But that's just like, I guess, a little micro piece of news there that's not in the works. But I think they recently put out like a new one, and not recently, I guess, like I think it was like in 2013 was the last Sly Cooper. Yeah, 2013, Thieves in Time. So, I mean, wasn't really recently, but newer than other games around that generation. But they are not planning on making another one. So, anybody who was looking forward to that, sorry. Sorry to myself, too, because I was looking forward to it. But on to the next piece of news. So, I feel like we've gotten a bunch of PS5 Pros, but apparently there's a new one now. New PS5 Pro version being released later this month is claimed. In a recent report, the topic of the newer version of the PS5 Slim was revisited after it was quietly released in Europe, but it highlighted again the performance hit on account of the manufacturer using cheap components. Surprise, surprise. It had a smaller SSD totaling just 825 gigabytes of storage compared to the previous 1 terabyte feature in the original PS5 Slim. Now the same outlet has reported a new version of the PS5 Pro is set to release later this month in the European market under the product designation CFI 7121, but the modifications to the unit are unclear. So I guess this is the expectations for the new PS5 Pro. In a report penned by Deal Labs, it was claimed that a new PS5 Pro, CFI 7121, is, and this is basically just saying what we said. Yeah, this just looks like it's the same thing, but it's just funny because they charge a lot more for like the PS5 Pro, and it's just crazy to hear that it's taking a performance hit. after like having people spend so much money on something that apparently isn't that good. Yeah, another way. I feel like, how many pros do we have to have? I thought usually it was just one per generation. I don't ever remember, and I could be wrong. If somebody knows, let me know in the chat. But as far as I know, previous generations has only had one. And do other consoles even do that? I mean, I guess I know that what's it called, like Xbox, they have, you know, the lower tier one, and then they have a higher tier one, like the Xbox Series S and the Xbox Series X. But I don't ever recall them coming out with like a new one in the middle of like the current generation. It just seems like it does seem like a money grab. That's what I'm saying. I don't think I've ever seen 2 pros, and I at this point I feel like it's more than than 2. It's a and they. No. I'm thinking of a game. I was gonna say, what else have they been pushing a lot recently? They have been pushing The Last of Us heavily. They've been pushing The Last of Us. I feel like they used to push Horizon Zero Dawn a lot. They've been pushing The Last of Us a lot recently. Like with different like things you could buy. Like I know they released like Ellie's guitar. They released the scripts and a bunch of merch. Which, if you love The Last of Us, that's great. But at the same time, at a certain point, it kind of just starts to seem like a money grab. Which is sad. They are. And I'm not really afraid to like call PlayStation out on the BS. But I don't know. I feel like they're kind of turning into a company that doesn't really want to listen to its players. So it's kind of sad. All right. Let's talk about Call of Duty. So I never really played the Black Ops betas. I don't even recall doing it once. I don't know. But Black Ops 7 beta will include zombie survival mode. And you know, another thing that's really funny about Call of Duty, I don't know if you guys remember, but they made like a really big deal about how they were getting rid of zombies mode, which to this day I never really understand why they wanted to get rid of zombies, because it is such a huge part of their games that everybody really likes and stuff like that. I even really, well, I don't know if I want to say I really like zombies, but I have enjoyed zombies in the past. I do think it can be a fun mode. But I don't know if you guys remember when they said they were going to get rid of it, and I think that lasted like a few years, and then they just brought it back. They probably realized that it is a money maker and people really do want it, and otherwise it's just, okay, campaign and multiplayer. But they do come up with some pretty interesting zombie modes. I will say that. Yeah, getting rid of zombies is quite insane, because a lot of people actually pour a lot of money into zombies. And it can be a fun mode. I mean, if anything, maybe after a while, it could get a little tedious. But it beats, sometimes like people don't really want to just go into like a multiplayer lobby against a bunch of sweats. But you could just run around and like shoot zombies and stuff like that. But yeah, they did get rid of it for a few years, and then they brought it back within the last couple years or few years or something, and people have been more excited. But I think they did get a big hit after they took it away, because they brought it back, so it must say something. So it has been confirmed that zombie survival mode will be a part of Call of Duty Black Ops 7 beta. For those unaware, the zombie survival mode from Black Ops 2 is returning with Black Ops 7. And then another thing is, do you guys notice? That's one thing that makes me annoyed with Call of Duty is the only thing they've been doing the last few years is bringing back stuff from older games and charging the same amount for it. I made a TikTok once talking about that. Like, all they do is put out recycled content for $70. And okay, like remastered, okay, sure. It shouldn't be $70. It should not be $70. But it's like, okay, Black Ops 2 is returning with Black Ops 7. Like, what? And it better be $40, not not $70. Yeah, a lot of people used to play Call of Duty just for that. But anyways, finally bringing back smaller round-based experiences for players. A leak for a few days ago had also stated that Black Ops 7 Zombies will feature a standard and classic mode. Interestingly, the zombie survival mode can be tested during Black Ops 7 beta. So, this looks like it could be a little trailer for...
I know. Y'all are confused. So was I. But as
They do.
they say, this too shall pass.
It's not really surprising at this point. Same characters too. Which I get it is part of the franchise.
Carnage began. Old Tessie and Ted together again.
Burn rubber.
Oh, company.
Like mowing a lawn of flesh.
I don't remember ever using cars in Zombies.
Happy New Year, demon spawn.
Definitely wasn't English breakfast.
Literally at my fingertips.
One thing that I've always appreciated about Zombies is it's creative. I mean, sometimes they do like reuse stuff, but it's creative. I love like the different types of guns and stuff they have, and there's so many hidden Easter eggs. If anything, they should keep this and get rid of multiplayer. Nah. November 14th. I don't know. I do think that Zombies is one of the more unique things about Call of Duty, though. And I think it's kind of dumb for them to take it away. But who knows? A lot of people don't really like to listen to the players, as we were just discussing. So the next thing I want to talk about, and I think I brought this up a couple times, Hideo Kojima's, I hope I pronounced that right, I think I did, OD. He has been teasing, I guess you could say, a newer game for quite a while now. And I guess I just realized that it's supposedly coming out on Xbox, but it just looks really creepy. I'm not sure if this is the same game, though, that he worked on with Jordan Peele. I feel like it is. But if you guys don't know, he makes very, like, eerie games. Like, he's made Death Stranding. And now he's working on a new franchise. So, yeah, this is going to be an Xbox exclusive game. I'll show you guys what I'm looking at here. So we got some new information and gameplay for OD, the next project from Hideo Kojima's and Kojima Productions. The title, also known as Overdose, was revealed back in 2022 during an Xbox Developer Direct. Unlike Death Stranding, OD is planning to be an Xbox exclusive game. That's funny. Yeah. Because I think Death Stranding is a PlayStation exclusive. I don't think it's on Xbox. The game would continue having a star-studded cast. Furthermore, Academy Award nominated horror director Jordan Peele. So yeah, this one is the one with Jordan Peele. So I'm definitely going to be keeping a closer eye on that. Joined onto the project as a writer and collaborator. And he makes, if you guys don't know, he makes some crazy things as well. While not much was known, Hideo Kojima, the game director, emphasized that the game would be a new form of media. Unfortunately, during today's Beyond the Strand showcase, we now know a bit more about the plans. Oh, sorry, fortunately. I'm like, why is that unfortunate? So, yeah, let's take a look at this trailer. I'm actually pretty excited to look at it. Because like I said, those two writers are kind of insane. You never know what they could be cooking up here. So let's see what this has to say. Yeah, I think this game's going to be really creepy. I saw a little bit of it, but not a lot. I heard something about ghosts. That just says the building was blank. From. I'm sorry. Yes. I think this is gonna be about like ghosts or something. It's in like first person. Which is definitely different from Death Stranding. I don't know if Death Stranding was like my favorite game, but it was unique. Yeah, I guess we will find out. What? It's like a baby head in that thing too. On one of the candle holders. Like right here. Y'all playing. This is like a ritual. Y'all, I'm gonna get jump scared. I'm stressed. I took out an earplug. Yeah, I've noticed that. I'm scared. Okay. That got kind of eerie. That name Hunter Schafer sounds really familiar. Oh, I think I know who that is. I think they were on Euphoria. Yeah, they were. Yeah, I'm like, that sounds really familiar. Y'all, I got stressed at the end. They didn't really do too bad of a jump scare. But I'm like, I didn't sign up for all this. That did get really creepy, though. Usually, like, I'm pretty fine with horror stuff. Yeah. That looked really good. It kind of took me by surprise a little bit, though. Okay, let's see what this has to say. Hideo Kojima wishes to scan real ghosts for OD. What does that mean? So, okay. 1 second. Hideo Kojima has expressed a desire to scan a ghost for the first time for OD and get awarded for it. Kojima Productions recently hosted a showcase event for its 10th anniversary called Beyond the Strand. During the event, we received several new announcements and reveals, including new gameplay trailer for OD. The photorealistic visuals were enough to give the players a taste of the horror. However, Kojima wants to take it a step ahead by scamming real ghosts for OD. But I could just imagine with these two people coming together. Yo, I don't know. If you're gonna play this game, let me know. I don't know. If anything, I might watch it. I honestly can't say if I'm gonna play it or not. Kojima went to a shrine with Microsoft team to ensure the game isn't haunted. What? As reported by Games Radar, Hideo Kojima spoke about scanning ghosts for OD during a presentation after the trailer was revealed. The director first discussed scanning a real-life area for the sequence featured in the trailer. He wishes to travel all over the world where there are scary kinds of places. Kojima then mentioned that he wants to scan a ghost for the first time and then get an award doing so. What does he... They're not explaining what he means by that. Like, what does it mean to scan a ghost? It appears that supernatural entities were also part of OD, as Kojima referred to a peculiar cracking sound. Cracking sound that was recorded in their studio. However, it is unclear if the ghost was ever at the studio, and even if it was, it is no longer there. Kojima Productions and the Microsoft team visited a shrine to ensure they have a safe build of the game. Man, y'all are silly. That's crazy. All I gotta say is I rebuke it. I feel like it'd be so, like, crazy to work with this kind of stuff all the time, because I just feel like I wouldn't want to, like, bring home negative energy or, like, have negative energy in the office. It's so crazy. I don't know, y'all. That is crazy. That's all I can say about it. But I'm looking forward to hearing more, though, because it's always something new when it comes to, especially, like, Hideo Kojima. I feel like he's always at the Game Awards. He's always coming up with something new. I'm really interested to see how far this goes and even hear more about the scanning ghost. I don't know. I don't know. It's actually quite insane. I love the two of them together. This is crazy. You ever seen or heard a show called Ghost Hunters? That's what I think he means. Yeah, I was thinking that. But I guess. But then why would he say for the first time? Because that's been done before. My mic isn't loud enough. Here, I'll try and turn it up. Let me know if that's better. I kind of need a new mic, so if you guys have trouble hearing me, I apologize. But yeah, I don't know. Hideo Kojima, we'll see how it goes, and I will keep you guys updated for more. Alright. Let's move on to the next story here. This one's kind of just like a little brief. So it says Stellar Blade and Silent Hill F crossover teased in a social post. And one thing, I feel like Stellar Blade is always like in the news about something. Like, I feel like they already have so many like collaborations and stuff going on like that. So it's interesting to see that they are now coming out with the collaboration with Silent Hill. It's also like not really like a match, I would say. I feel like the two games are very separate. Like, one is a horror game, and then one is kind of just like, I don't even know how you would describe Stellar Blade. Like action sci-fi. So it's just kind of funny. But yes, Silent Hill, I don't know if you guys have been keeping up with it at all, but Silent Hill is very like it's good. I think a lot of people have been playing it. I guess the only complaint that I've been seeing is that it's not worth the price because of its like length, if that makes sense. I heard that it's only like 8 hours or so. But let's see what they have to say. Probably not too much. I don't know how much you could really say about it. But Shift Up has teased what many believe to be a Silent Hill F crossover emerging into the world of Stellar Blade. The sultry post-apocalypse slasher released in 2024. It suggested that something is coming next week and shared an image showing a dark and hellish corridor pulled straight from the Silent Hill universe. On September 25th, Silent Hill F will be released to an eager audience. Yeah, I guess it's already been released. Oh, this came out the 20th. Taking players to a new location and fusing everything they've come to expect from Silent Hill with more Japanese horror. We'll see Stellar Blade cross over to celebrate the new. Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll hear more about it. I guess this is kind of an older article, but I don't know. I guess I haven't been like too big of a fan of Stellar Blade. I think I've talked about that before, but they are really trying to stay into the news, huh? Silent Hill fire, Silent Hill over Resident Evil. Yeah, I am excited for the new Resident Evil though. The trailer that I did see looked really good. All right, we have a few kind of big things that I want to get into today before we end. The first one is the Xbox Raj Ally. I feel like I've been saying this wrong because I've been saying Rogue, but then I hear people say Raj, so I'm just gonna say Raj. I don't know. I don't know if it's Raj. I don't know. But Asus Raj Xbox Ally US price revealed. So before we kind of had like an estimate or something about how much this like console is gonna be or whatever, and we predicted, or a leak said that it was gonna be about $1,000. Unfortunately, it was about correct. So the price for the Asus Raj Xbox Ally and Ally X has been accidentally revealed by Best Buy before its official announcement. Since being revealed in June, the handheld console has been highly anticipated by fans. Co-developed by Asus and Microsoft, players can access their Xbox games, including Xbox Game Pass, from the device. Unfortunately, the price had yet to be revealed, and with its October 16th release fast approaching, many were nervous. However, the wait is finally over, should the Best Buy leak be true. Asus ROG Xbox Ally will cost $599.99 in the United States. But there are different editions. So the base one will cost $599.99. The X will cost pretty much $1,000, $999.99. So yeah, I don't even know if you could pre-order it yet. Yeah, so as found by Dustin on Twitter, the official price for the Xbox ROG Xbox Ally, Asus, that's why I'm like, why does it sound weird? Asus ROG Xbox Ally and Ally X have been revealed by Best Buy. The Asus ROG Xbox Ally will cost $599.99 and the Ally X will cost $999.99. Of course, until Microsoft makes it official, to take the news with a grain of salt. But how is it not official if it's listed already? It looks like they listed it already. But yeah, as of right now, doesn't really seem like it's worth it, especially compared to the Steam Deck. I believe that I believe that the Steam Deck only goes, like, the most expensive one is like at most $700. Let me double check. But they're also coming out with a new one. very soon, and that's why I haven't really been trying to get one, is because they're supposed to be coming out with a new one very soon here. And I know I've talked about this before in my live, but the most expensive one for OLED is $649. Not even 99 cents, which I'm surprised because the companies like to tack on a little 99 cents. From what I've been seeing, they've been selling, though I have no clue why. Yeah, I've seen that too. The thing is, I don't think it's a bad product at all. I think it's just a bad price. If it was a cheaper price, I'd consider it. But apparently, they also came out with the controller. Asus ROG Xbox controller price revealed. Which, oh yeah, it just must be just for like an Xbox or something, because I don't think this would be necessary to play with a handheld. Following the reveal of Xbox Ally pricing, the Asus ROG Raikiri X2 Xbox, that's a funny name, Raikiri 2 Xbox wireless controller has announced the cost. The Asus ROG Xbox Ally and Ally X have been highly anticipated by fans since their announcement in June. Yesterday, the official price, yeah, we already talked about that. The ROG Raikiri 2. I hate these names. I don't know why they're getting me like tongue-tied. ROG Raikiri 2 Xbox wireless controller costs more than $150. For those who forget it, this controller will cost $189.99. And then the release date pricing and other regions are still unknown. So, yeah, these names are getting me all over the place. $150 is kind of crazy, but the only thing I can really compare that to is PlayStation's what's it called? What's that one controller called? The sorry, I'm looking it up. It's not like a DualSense. It one where it has like a bunch of different like customizations and stuff like that. I'm blanking on what it's called. But then again, it's like it's justifiable because you can do all these different things with it. I'm blanking on what it's called, but because it has like swappable buttons. I don't know. Either way, that's the only thing I can compare it to. And I feel like that controller is also the same price. But it doesn't look like you could do much with this Xbox One, so definitely shouldn't be that much money. Alright. Let's talk about EA really quick before I head out. Alright, so I don't know if any of you guys, I don't know if any of you guys really keep up with any of the like stock news, like companies buying up companies and stuff like that. EA basically, and I know my face is kind of blocking it, but EA goes private in a $55 billion deal with PIF Silver Lake and Affinity Partners. Andrew Wilson remains as CEO. So I'm going to read this and I'm going to tell you guys why it's probably going to be good for us players. So EA has confirmed it has agreed to be acquired by an investor group composed of PIF, Silver Lake, and Affinity Partners in a transaction valued at approximately $55 billion, which is a crazy amount of money. It's the largest all-cash sponsored take-private investment in history. Under the terms of the agreement, the group will acquire 100% of EA, with Saudi Arabia's public investment fund rolling over its existing 9.9% stake in the company. EA stockholders will receive $210 per share in cash. The per share purchase price represents a 25% premium to EA's unaffected share price of $168.32 at market close on September 25, 2025, and a premium to EA's unaffected all-time high of $179.01 at market close on August 14, 2025. Following the close of the transaction, EA's common stock will no longer be listed on any public market. So, I don't really think any of this other stuff is like that important. It's just the CEO kind of commenting on it. I feel like a lot of companies kind of say stuff like this, like looking ahead, we will continue to push the boundaries of entertainment, sport, and technology, unlocking new opportunities together with our partners. We will create transformative experiences to inspire generations to come. I am more energized than ever about the future we are building. So, here's like what everybody's saying and my little 2 cents on it, I guess. So a lot of people are saying that like this is a good thing because if you don't know, EA does a lot of like microtransactions. They're kind of like one of the companies that try to like pull a bunch of like money out of its customers just by like little things like pay to win things and stuff like that. So a lot of people are saying that now that they have to answer to less people and there's not as many hands in the pot, hopefully there won't be as much of a push to just have these games be like such a money grab and stuff like that, because it lowers the pressure for them to make more money. So hopefully we start seeing like a little shift in their dynamic and stuff with future games, which I don't know, maybe they will just keep the same tactics, but there's a little sliver of hope in there, because that's why I don't really play a lot of EA games. Like I have, like I said earlier in the live, I have played a lot of like not Split Fiction, It Takes Two. I do still want to try Split Fiction eventually. I haven't gotten to it, but from what I've seen, it doesn't really have a lot of like microtransactions and stuff like that. I think where it gets bad is like their sports games, like NBA 2K, or not NBA 2K, but just like FC stuff like that. Yeah, hopefully somebody gotta even all this stuff out. Yeah, and I mean, it's understandable to want money. I think everybody wants money. I know I do. But I think when we're already in an economy like today, like you already have to pay for the game itself, right? And then to find out that you have to pay even more money to even have a chance at winning some of these games is just very disheartening and makes people not want to play. But then again, there's some people that just like continue to buy the same games every year. I mean, that's the same problem with Call of Duty. They every year a lot of people will buy Call of Duty and they keep putting them out because people keep playing it. And this is the same thing with these sports games. If anything, the sports games are even worse because they like it's more of a copy paste. If anything, it has like an updated roster, maybe slightly better graphics, maybe slightly better gameplay, but it's getting ridiculous. That's what I was gonna say earlier, but I forgot. I don't think I will be buying this new Call of Duty. If anything, I'll play it on Xbox Game Pass. I don't think I'm gonna be buying it full out though. Right, if the economy wasn't the way it is, wouldn't have a problem with this stuff, to be honest. Yeah, but I mean, at the same time too, it's probably like they're probably feeling like more pressure and more like pressure to get money and stuff like that because the economy is bad. So it's like, unfortunately, it's a never-ending cycle. But the thing is, I feel like they also have to realize that like making us pay more isn't going to solve the issue. If anything, if they made their games free or like not severely, but like significantly less money, I think they'd have more luck. Because then people would be like, okay, well, I don't have to pay for the game, so now I have more money to spend on like gear or customizable stuff. That I feel like that would get more people in the door, like kind of how Fortnite is doing and stuff like that. But they are going to do what they think is right. That's all I can really say about it. It is going to make it worse, but hey, like I said, there's always going to be people who every year they're going to buy it. So some people only play sports games. That's all they do. Sports games and Call of Duty. Which I'm not hating on you if you do that, but like, there's other games out there as well, but that's where they get their money from. But yeah, that's all the news I have for today. I have a question for you guys. I was thinking of possibly starting up a Discord. So if you're interested in that and you would like to be a part of the community, let me know, and I can start doing a little bit more research on it, and stuff like that. But I've been thinking about it for a while, so I'd love to hear your guys' little 2 cents about that. I might have a video later this week. I know I've been putting out videos the last 2 weeks and had a lot of new people join the community. So if you are new here, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate everybody new and everybody old that's been coming in and hanging with me and stuff like that. But yeah, might have a video later this week. And yeah, I will be back for more game news. Was trying to think of any other things that I had to announce, but I don't think so. So yeah, you guys have a greatly fantabulous week, and I will catch you guys next week. AK out.